In the end, Harriet announced that her own brother, Luther, had broken the laws of Coento, and she had passed down his judgment herself. Her explanation was as dry of details as her eyes were of tears. Stunned that she could so unflinchingly cut down her own flesh and blood, the people whispered a new name for their ruler, the Ice Queen. But Harriet paid that no mind, forging calmly ahead on the path she had decided, purging the world of ephemera, the elimination of ephemera. It was the most fitting deed she could imagine, to honor the memory of her brother. But to those who remained by her side, the strain the Queen felt was as plain as day. If you say so, Guardian.
Come on, Harriet! It'd just be a little downtime. You'll wake up face down on the floor at the rate you're going.
Very well. I'll take some time for these official inspections, as Varuna puts it. But if I must go, then I insist the Guardian must accompany me. If we're so concerned about overwork, just look at how many Castrum Demonicas they've had to take down. If one of us rests, so does the other. Is that fair, Varuna?
Just so, my lady. Well, Guardian, I fear I must entrust Her Highness's safety to you once more. I ask, no, beg, that you do everything in your power to shield her from any harm.
Of course we'll defend her.
Thank you, but it isn't simply that. I ask that you stay by her side. With Master Luther gone, I fear you are the only person Lady Harriet can truly rely on.
And so, Harriet set out on an inspection tour to survey the state of her long-suffering land. For days, she traveled from place to familiar place, the Guardian always at her side. At last, nearing the end of their trip, they came to Luisa, a small haven near the East Artia border. Luisa is known throughout Coento as a small slice of paradise, situated on a massive lake embraced by miles of undisturbed nature.
Mountain runoff reacts with volcanic minerals to dye the water's surface in rainbow hues. On clear days, you can see all the way to Cuento Castle, shining bright white beyond the Rainbow Lake and the deep green forest. To compare the landscape to a fairy tale falls short of its overpowering beauty, in the face of which a visitor can only sigh in wonder. So you're saying all those visions the Guardian saw?
They must have been true. I have, well, Harriet has crossed death's threshold once before. The me you see here is something else, with Harriet's form. I am something that was conjured by Luther, and became Harriet. I don't fully understand what happened. When I awoke, it was over, and all I saw was Luther, my brother, stained in blood. I knew he'd conjured something terrible, and I had lost my life trying to protect him from it. And then, it was my turn to be summoned. My form is Harriet's. My manner is Harriet's. No one would ever suspect otherwise. But am I really Harriet? I don't know. Am I even a real person? And yet, in the end, what's the difference? Whoever or whatever I am, I was called here for a reason. Harriet was devoted to her country, to her people. I am no different. I will be who everyone wants me to be. Imagine if I told Varuna. The poor man would be so shocked. You'll keep this between us, won't you? Even though no one would probably believe it?
It's true. You could have kept this a secret forever.
I can't explain exactly. I suppose when you get right down to it, I felt the two of you ought to know. Well, that's not quite right. More than anything, I just wanted someone to know. I needed someone to confide in, so... Greetings, my new partners in secrecy. I've only been Harriet for 3 years now. I never would have made it without so many people to help me. There was Luther, of course, and Father, Varuna, and all the people of Cuento. I owe them all so much. They were all so kind to Harriet. I've been incredibly fortunate, having Harriet's name and walking in her shoes. I don't feel any guilt over it. I've done nothing to feel regret over. I only have to make sure I repay the kindness they've given me. That's what keeps me moving forward. Even if the cruelty of this world threatens to freeze my heart, I'll carry the warmth of that kindness. Well, let me ask one favor then. Just give me this moment to cry until the tears won't come. When that's done, I won't need to anymore.
People only cry when they're sad, right? What made you want to cry?
No, I'm all right. They didn't do anything. But it's kind of you to worry.
Being a grown-up seems complicated. Me? Well, for starters, the name's Florent. If things get too hard, can't you just quit? If it hurts, can't you just run away?
No, I can't do that. No matter how hard or how painful things get, I can't just run away. If I did, I'd be letting down the people who worked so hard to get me where I am. And most importantly, I personally couldn't live with myself if I just ran away.
Wow. Being a grown-up sounds complicated and hard. Good thing I'm a kid.
I'm still something of a kid myself, Florent.
Well, come on then. There's so much playing, and even more playing left for us to do.
There certainly is.
So this is where you've been, Florent.
A ghost! It's after me! Please, miss, do something!
Do something? That's a very broad request. Are you an acquaintance of Florence, perhaps?
Pardon my intrusion. I am Clarissa, guard of the first successor to Ease Ardia. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance, Queen Harriet of Cuento, and yours, Guardian. I fear you are mistaken. I go by no name but Clarissa Maintainer.
How is it that you know our faces, Clarissa? Wait, the guard of the first successor, you said?
Aw, come on! I'm not succeeding anything yet.
Indeed. And of course, it follows that what I am about to do is quite proper.
Ow!
What were you thinking, gallivanting off without a chaperone? Do you think yourself worth so little attention?
But I just had to see this place. It's one of the most famous sights in Cuento. And you'd never let me go if I asked anyway. What was I supposed to do?
Is that your best excuse?
I'm sorry.
Very good then. Your Majesty Harriet, Guardian, thank you for keeping young Florent safe. I beg your pardon, but I must repay your kindness another day. Now, back we go, Florent. You must make ready for the ceremony.
No.
What?
I don't wanna! I won't be able to play anymore after that stupid ceremony. I wanna stay free.
Don't be selfish. You made a promise, and now you must keep it.
Yeah, I know, but if this is my last chance, can't I play a little longer?
I'm sensing a lot of tension here. What exactly is Florent going to have to do?
Nothing dangerous, I promise. Florent is due to become the formal symbol of our country. In Ys Artia, the flow of trade is our lifeblood. A fool may earn money, but it takes a wise man to keep it. Therefore, our symbol must be upright and clean, free from greed, with no ties to others, praying only for the prosperity of our people. After the purification ceremony, Florent will become our beloved symbol of gain and profit.
That all sounds nice on paper, but what about the part where Florent loses his freedom?
Yeah, see? I'll never be able to play with my friends again.
Which is why you were given free rein to spend your days without care until then.
Miss Harriet? Guardian? Fairy Lady? Thanks so much for playing with me today.
It is here where our stage shifts westward of Cuento, to the divine land of Epic. It is a harsh desert land, with a massive oasis nestled in its center, built upon absolute faith in one true deity. Here, the divine Queen Margareta heard reports of the strife in Cuento and its aftermath. Yet these words fell on indifferent ears.
Which brings us to the present, Your Holiness. Cuento will likely only grow in prestige.
Yes, understood. Basically, Cuento conquered Wayland and squashed its own civil war. Right?
An apt summation. Truly, Your Holiness is blessed with divine acuity. If I may humbly elaborate, the Crown of Cuento has written other leaders, seeking their signatures in pacts to destroy the ephemera.
Who, Femera? Oh, yes, those eerie weeds. Why should I concern myself with them? I'm rather sick of all this.
What ails Your Holiness exactly?
Look at Cuento hogging all the glory just because they're so ancient. They get a sword maiden and a guardian. But what do we get? I mean, would it kill them to share some of that with us? Look at us! Nothing but desert for miles. Might as well call us the Divine Sand. And whenever anything happens, it's always our god who swoops in and solves everything. No credit to the Queen. I think we need a little drama. Just picture it. The Guardian and the Divine Queen saving Epic from the throes of crisis. Pure inspiration.